Now here, look, I'm gonna section this video to two parts. The first part where I'm gonna talk about when you are trying to get into a relationship, and the second part, which is there's a lot of job frames, when you are in a relationship, what you do in both of them. So for the first part, I'm also gonna section it into two parts. The first part is when you are attractive, and the second part when you are not attractive. For the first guy, when he's attractive, you don't have to look much for girls, because if you did, you'll just look. It depends also on the girl that you want. If you got a girl, if you want a girl that is submissive, that do what she wants, do what you want to do, doesn't cause much of nuance, and she's not annoying, uh, basically the dream girl of yours is you get her when you just don't care about girls. That's the principle. I'm sorry. uh, when you don't care about them, they will come to you by themselves, and when they come to you by themselves, they don't have much of a choice. They are the ones that have a crush on you, not you specifically. And if you like the girl that she approached you, of course, you hit a jackpot. If you didn't, you can adapt, and you're trying to, learn to love her. I don't advise. I personally don't advise. You can do that. You can have a good memories with her and experience a lot of good things. But once again, I do not recommend, cause yeah, it will be a little bit of a hassle, I would say. So this for the first guy. And if you are trying to, or you don't give a fuck if she's like, you know, submissive or not, or you want her to have her own personality, um, I guess you should go and look for a woman you yourself, cause all the girls that will come to you, they will be, on a pedestal, literally they just be on their knees for you, and they will try to do and gesture max whatever to get your attention. So she will not gonna have that self respect kind of thing, if you get what I'm saying. Now this for the first guy. Okay, we gonna recap. Do not chase, uh, do not look for them. They will come to you. If you want a submissive and a girl that you can control, also, you don't, this is not like trying to be manipulative or something. Like, if you want a girl that is, polite, and she's all for you, that's what you should do. And if also you want some, little resistance, I would say, you should go and look for them themselves, and you're gonna have to approach them, these girls. Now let's come to the second section, which is when you are not conventionally attractive, and we're not gonna say ugly, but just unattractive in general. And it's just, it's just not much big of a deal, to be honest. And every one of us have doubts sometimes that, oh, we might not be attractive and all. I mean, that evaluation is for you to make, to be honest. Again, coming back to the unattractive guy. Now, you could be like the attractive guy, and it does take a little bit of work. You're gonna have to, oh shit, it lagged. Yeah. You're gonna have to work on yourself. You have to focus on yourself. You don't have to chase. You shouldn't chase, because there is a lot of, or a big chance of being rejected. That's unless you are cool with that, with cool being rejected. Or what you can do, if after you worked on yourself, you've built a great physique, you have, or you got your money up and all, uh, women will come to you by themselves right now. So essentially, you'd have to be like the attractive guy. You cannot afford to be unattractive and have a girl, because if you are unattractive and you happen to get into a relationship, trust me, now this not does not apply to all girls, but there are very big chances that you will get it cheated on for a better looking guy. Uh, And if you are unattractive, you know that yourself, you'll be aware of that, and you are trying to act like the first girl that I talked about, that doesn't have self-respect and she's too submissive and all. You'll be like that, and you don't want to be like that. You don't want to, because you'll be stepped on, and no, they'll take you for granted, and they don't give a fuck much about you, because the rarer the thing, the most, the better, or the more that they will cling to, and yeah, that's, unless you are cool again with being cheated on and abandoned, which I don't think anyone is okay with that. uh like I said, you cannot afford to be unattractive, you have to be attractive. Now let's come to the section where you got into a relationship, after you became attractive and all, you got into a relationship, what you should do. Now this really depends. Now again, let's first, I'm gonna touch a little bit on this thing before we get into the second part, is you do not, I repeat, you shouldn't get into a relationship where you are trying to fill a void, or you are trying to fill a uh, instinct, sexual instinct at all. Because if you did, it will end in a very ugly way for you, and potentially for her, you know? No, it's not potentially, most likely for her that will end in a ugly way. So, do not get into a relationship where you are incomplete, you yourself. Like I said, work on yourself. Uh, do not have these voids that you are not trying to fulfill by being in a relationship. She she can be fine. She's fine for her to be dependent on you, but you cannot be dependent on her for your own shit. I do not recommend at all. You should not get into a relationship where you're trying to, you know, oh fuck, oh man, fuck. You should not get into a relationship where you're trying to fill some shit in you that are incomplete. Got it? Okay, let's move on. When you get into a relationship, now this depends very on you, depend on the personality of yours. Uh, don't like my only advice, which is, look, if the girl likes you, look, if you are into a relationship where the girl is genuinely in you, sorry, in you, onto you, if the girl is genuinely onto you, you can do whatever and you can get away with it. You can be corny, you can be lame, you can be unfunny, you can be all these things, and she won't find it funny, like, to a point, like, don't be fucking geek, too much of a geek. Like, you can be a geek, well, sometimes it's okay, totally fine, but if you did that all the time, yeah, the girl will get a nick, no matter who you are, truthfully. So yeah, don't be a geek all the time. But when you are in the case where you got the girl, like, so you got her, it was hard for you to get her, and you also think that it will be so hard for you to, get a hold of her, man, you cannot afford to slip. You cannot afford to be unfunny. You cannot afford to be any of these things. You will not be yourself. So we can conclude from this video is all the ways and all the paths leads to not being, to get your shit together. I'm sorry, but that's how the world works. And yeah, and I'll repeat again, from my personal experience, I'm talking about myself here, the best relationship you can get into is where the girl is in love with you so much, and I will say this because no one will say this, and when she doesn't have much respect to herself when it comes down to you. When it comes down to you, she's ready to, strip herself away from some morals or belief that she cling to. Now, a lot of people may say this is just, bullshit, and just don't listen to this guy. You're free to listen to me or you don't. I'm telling you from experience, those are the best relationships. And of course, you shouldn't feel yourself too much and just, you know, try to take advantage of the girl because she's been good to you. Oh fuck, because she's been way too good for you. You look like a clown if you took advantage of that girl. You're not tough. You're not the rapper Future. You're nothing. All right, don't do that. You're fucking idiot, and you lame ass. Yeah, man, these drop frames. I don't get where they come from. I'm gonna, get some iron here. You can watch this video. This video gonna turn into a gameplay. I've ended the topic. That's all what I got to say in it. We can recap in short paragraph, which is work on yourself. Either you're attractive or unattractive, and it should be emphasized more on the unattractive guy, and only fall for a girl that likes you first. Do not get into a relationship with a woman where you liked her. Preferably, preferably. That's my own thing. But preferably, if you want to be in control of the relationship, not manipulative or not to manipulate her, be in control. That's different. All right. So yeah, now I'm gonna get the iron here, and I'm gonna get the fuck from this cave, because you don't know when a skeleton shoots your ass from behind. You know what I'm saying, boy. There are some couple irons there. Is it safe for me to go down here? I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video here. I'm gonna grind off camera and get the iron myself. Fuck. That would have been a horrible way to end the video. To die there. Alright, take care of yourself. Hope you got something or two from this video. Yeah, peace.